Hello YouTube, Damo_23 here, and welcome back to another episode of the Paris 13 Atletico Save as we look to do it better than PSG. In today's episode, we of course have got the Champions League. It's starting yet again this year. We would love to make it to the quarterfinals and beyond. However, as you can see on screen, we do have a very, very, very tough draw. The toughest draw we have received so far. Look, I don't understand how the Champions League sort of works now. Apparently we're the 16th best side in Europe according to coefficients, yet we just got our hardest draw, so I don't understand how that works. As you can see, we've got Copenhagen, Liverpool, Inter. Liverpool we've yet to play in the save. Inter have knocked us out as of last year, and yeah, they're a very tough side to play against. Fenerbahce is a winnable game. We then get Arsenal, who have beaten us in the past, Manchester City, Barcelona, and Wolfsburg. So you're already off the bat going, we're losing to Liverpool, we're losing to Inter more than likely, we're losing to Arsenal, Man City, and Barca, which means we're only going to get the 9 points from Fenerbahce, Copenhagen, and Wolfsburg, and that's not particularly easy. What is going on, Football Manager? I don't understand how that happens. Look, the goal here is just to make sure we make it through to the top 24. 9 points may be enough, 10 points usually is enough from our time back in, back when we were fighting for that. The last 2 years, we've been really close to getting out of the top, in the top 8, but this year, we're in some world of hurt. In terms of what we're going to do for this episode, we will give you the Liverpool Inter game as a double, and then I'll give you Arsenal Man City, and then a Barcelona extraordinaire, as well as the next episode, and then depending on where we sit in the league table, probably Wolfsburg to keep our, to keep ourselves in the hunt for Champions League football. This could be, and this could be the first year where we don't make it out the top 24, which is absurd with how good of a team we got, but that is one of the most horrendous draws I've ever received in Football Manager. If you did not watch last episode, you also know that we are French manager. I've just picked my first ever French squad. That is the team right there. I'll let you pause if you want to have a look. Most notables are Mendes, who plays at PSG. Mbappe is retired if you didn't watch last episode, of course, as well. And if you didn't watch last episode, France did headhunt me to become their manager after getting knocked out in the quarterfinal of the Euros. That is your team as of right there. We could go Manigan in goal, who is the best keeper, one of the best keepers in the world, but he's 37. On top of that, though, people that you will know there, midfield that contains Camavinga, Tchouameni, and Manu Kone, who is world class on this game. He's pretty fantastic, not going to lie. But yeah, look, in terms of youngsters that people may not know, I did call up Ferry from Nantes, who I really wanted to sign here, but he's never wanted to come to me. We've never had the money since he's been getting older. And a little old Maxime Chevalier from Paris 13 Atletico, the wonder kid, has got into the squad. We're going to bleed both of them in because I believe both of them will become good enough to use in the World Cup in 2 years' time. Lastly, before we get into getting through and seeing where we go, in terms of the league, we've played 3 games, we've won 3 games, but we did get pumped yet again in the Trophy de Champions. Last 3 years now, we've conceded something like 11 or 12 goals. Yet again, statistically, very even. All 3 games that we played in the Trophy de Champions have been even, but all 3 games, PSG have outscored their XG by a mile. In last night's stream, PSG were 2-0 up inside the first 20 minutes with 0.08 XG. Sometimes you can't do much about that. Trophy de Champions, we lost 3-0 and then 4-0 in the last few years we've been there. We then beat Rennes on the opening day with people away at the Olympics. So we didn't have a full-strength side. Important to note there, Tariq, even though we did concede, got a 7.9. We did concede right at the end of the game. Finneson getting man of the match. As you can see, a slightly rotated side with a few of the big boys out at the Olympics. Paris 13 Atletico finally got Paris FC back in the top flights. We actually got the Parisian derby, but the lesser one. We won 2-0. Cicelo with 2 assists. Makoko with 2 goals. The team played really well. Picken getting a 6.9 on his debut, but a clean sheet. We did take him off. He's been, keep saying that he's needs to be rested, which we won't do because, it's only the Olympics and it's the start of the year. He should be fine. And then against Toulouse, we did play really, really well again. Picking yet again, coming off, so avoiding a 7.0, but he's had a pretty good start with Tariq, who has basically played over a 7 in every game. 2-0 win. Maxine getting a goal and assist, getting him into my French squad with Makoko up top, but yet again dominating a Toulouse side, which is great. And important to say, the goal to keep 20 clean sheets again this year and concede less than 15 goals is alive and well. Only 1 goal conceded in 3 games for Kim, who have been directing 10 to 15 mil bids from Norwich for whatever reason for 2 clean sheets in 3 matches. Long may it continue. I'll see you guys for Liverpool and Inter. Fingers crossed by that stage, we are still winning most of these games in the league and putting as much pressure on PSG as possible. And yeah, look, the goal to win the league is alive. The goal to win the Champions League, I think it's just moved to get through this in the top 24 because we are in a world of hurt. YouTube, it's deadline day, and the main reason why I'm back is Isaias. For people that do not remember, we had Isaias, who was a very good player and has done pretty well and has played 4 times for Brazil now. We sold him to Spurs for 31 million. He's fallen out of favour, was transfer listed for 50. For whatever reason, Spurs rejected 2 offers of 40-odd mil from Bayern. In the end, on deadline day, he's gone on loan to Liverpool. But the big thing about Isaias' loan to Liverpool is, you would have seen it there in the email, 34.5 mil mandatory future fee. And you're going, okay, Damien, what does that mean for you? Well, transfer clauses, Isaias, which is here, we get 50% whatever he sells on for. So with some quick math and a calculator, if you go 34.5 and you divide that by 2, there we are. We're getting a guaranteed 7.25 million, which is superb. With the club's finances being a little bit of disarray, that is huge. It doesn't come until the end of next year, so as long as we can keep the club afloat, there's going to be an extra 17 mil pumped in. At the same time with that all happening as well, in 10 months' time, we do have our stadium being built, the new stadium as well, which is a 29,000-seater stadium. So hopefully that's going to pay off most of the financial debt that they might do. They might put some money into that as well. Please note the club is still, at the minute, is still... what's the word? Is still under... not a transfer embargo, but it's still getting offers from inside the board. We really need an external party to come in and buy the club and put some money into it. But with that being said, Isaias, deadline day, he's gone to Liverpool, which shows that, look, he would have been fantastic for us to still be here at right back or at centre back. But he's gone to Liverpool on loan with a mandatory future fee of 34.5 mil, which means 17.25 million at the start of next season. Most of that will come into the transfer budget. At the minute, we don't need anything in the team. But that is always handy because you never know, we might have to go out there and replace a Canner or a Vela or someone like that, which is great. Since I'm here, might as well let you know. We beat Brest 5-0. Makoko scored a first-half hat-trick. Elijah, the new striker signing, came off the bench in the 45th minute after Makoko's hat-trick and scored as well. And we kept the clean sheet with Picken and Tariq now keeping 3 clean sheets in 3 games. Here we are. It's Liverpool, Anfield, a club that I support in real life, and it's a torrid time to be a Liverpool supporter. But look, I have been a supporter all my life and dealt with Konchesky playing for us and have dealt with Roy Hodgson in charge of Liverpool. So we won't dwell on real life Liverpool at the moment. In saying that, they have been a bit better in the save than Liverpool in real life. So let's go and see how they look firstly. More importantly, they've got this guy in charge. He has been there probably for a while. We'll probably have a look. Over some milestones. Departed in 2032. So he's only been there for a year, and they won the Super Cup. So I'm guessing that they won something last year, Liverpool. Let's go and have a look what they won. So far in the Premier League, they sit 5th. Couple of draws there against Spurs. A draw against Fulham. Drew to PSG in their opening game, which is a big result for them. Lost to Leeds and Man United in the Carabao Cup. So, interesting, but they just beat Arsenal, who I believe won the league last year Spurs won the league last year in the Prem. But there they are, so not too bad. What did they win last year? What won something to get in the Super Cup? They won the Europa League final in extra time against West Ham and the FA Cup final as well. So, I think that's fair play to Zidane to come in and win a cup double in his first year as well. Looking at the Premier League, they are 5th. Spurs are the current holders. They broke the stranglehold of Manchester City as well. Liverpool themselves, if you look at general, have been plateauing 3rd, 4th, 6th, and then back in the 2nd last year. They've got a very good squad. People that you may or may not know that are here are Trent Alexander-Arnold, still looking fantastic even at 33. Ibrahim Konaté at 33. I could still call up for my French squad if I really wanted to. Probably should add him to the pool. He's apparently already in the pool. That's good as well. And, Yosko people will know. Yeah, okay. Still got Harvey Elliott from the Liverpool squad as well. Very good too. Isaias, more importantly, could be playing against us. Not picked at the minute. Has he been playing for Liverpool? No matter what, Liverpool have to pay that. He's played 2 games at 6.5 off the bench. Apologies. But yeah, there we are. So not a bad Liverpool squad as well. I want to just have a look financially. More money than what we got in real life at the minute, which is mainly the issues that we got. I'm going to touch on Chris in a second. I'll just do it now. Yeah, he's very good. He's very elite. He's gone to Liverpool for 86 million, and he's got 6 and 7 in the Prem, which is a very, very good achievement. All right, let's get into this. Liverpool, Paris 13 Atletico. Since we last had a bit of a check-in here, YouTube, we did beat Copenhagen, obviously 2-0. Beat Marseille 6-1, Lille 3-0. And this Troyes game, fully rotated. Troyes is a team we've drawn to the last few times that we've played. Had to bring everybody on, and in the end, it was the most scrappiest goal that fell to Moukoko in the 6-yard box. To get a goal, we had an extra 3.3, and yeah, it was one of those matches where nothing wanted to go in the back of the net to the very last highlight. Telling you right now that in the Champions League phase, we would ideally love to take a draw right now, but I think that we are miles away from that. Please note, Picken at the moment has got 2 goals in 7, 3 goals in 8 at the minute, and Tariq Senol has been next level and has got 3 goals in 7, 4 goals in 9. The centre-backs are very good in the air, which is great to see. Team, though, is in full strength. We have got Kim, who is developing, is still in net. He's got his positioning up to 17, ladies and gentlemen. You can't see that. My face is in the way. He is very, 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 very good now. We're very happy with him. He's only conceded 3 goals in 8 appearances and 5 clean sheets. Back to what we know. Ingwes has been fantastic. Pickett and Senol have looked fantastic. Cicello out there on the left. Club captain's having a great year as well. Canna still looking good and doing his thing. Ravella and Luis Fernando. Luis Fernando fast becoming one of my favourite centre mids in this save. He is a joke. He is very good at what he does. Bakayoko still upset. The football club still looking to get a move away for 93 mil. No one's made a bid for that, so we haven't accepted anything. He wanted to extend that promise out for another transfer window, so be it. Maxine on the left, who I've now capped as French manager as well. He has got 1 cap under me in terms of the French national team. If you go to there and you go to the schedule, my first 2 games was a 7-2 win for Serbia, which was fantastic. We did score a very nice goal here with Matthias Till, which I think is the first one that was set up by Theo Hernandez. It might have been Camavinga that hit this, actually. No, it was Cho. Apologies. Cho. It's got a very nice goal with Cho, I reckon. Here we are. This is a great goal, to be fair. And look, France are unreal. We also beat Austria 3-0 in a game we dominated. I'm purposely, because PSG have Mendes, I'll purposely play Mendes in the last game for 90 minutes to wreck him so he doesn't play too many minutes in the league or makes him very tired. And hopefully we get PSG on the back of an international duty. I'll call up all their French players and make them all tired. But in the end, as you can see, we play out from the back so superbly well. It is a great system. Theo Hernandez is still a joke for a left back at 34. Have a look at this finish. Ball in behind him. Turn on the volley into the top bin. Not bad. And then we beat Austria 3-0 as well as seen here. Don't really care about the Group A sort of stuff. We are the best team in the world. We are old, but we're still very good at what we do. And then lastly, Moukoko is being touted as a world-class striker again. He is unbelievable. He's got 12 and 8. Yeah, he is a joke. He's wanted yet again by Arsenal and Inter. Yet again, I need 150 to 200 million for him. And then I would sell and give Elijah time, who is developing but hasn't really got going yet. But we haven't had a striker really get going for us outside Moukoko. Anyway, this Liverpool team is going to be quite handy, you feel, and hopefully we can do very well. Now, there is a guy that is playing on the left wing that we know, and that is Gotkel. Liverpool have signed him for 68 million from PSG, which is great. George Campbell's come through the youth academy, and he looks absolutely outstanding at 25, a world-class English keeper. Trent's Trent, Kanate's Kanate. Flavus is the Austrian 31-year-old, that is pretty good, and Josko is Josko. He's still elite as well. So a very experienced back four with George Campbell in net. Asan, the German international, fantastic. He's great. He apparently hasn't played for Germany in this save, which is interesting. Joe Burrows, another Englishman that looks fantastic. Datro Fofana, everybody knows who Datro is on FM. Gotkel, like I said, just signed from PSG. The German international is elite, and Chris we've already seen. On the bench, we'll go through some names there. Backup keeper, Nuno Perez, I've used on saves, very good. Harvey Elliott's still good. Damien Lopez, they just signed this year as a squad player, who's a great little player. Joe Scully, the USA lad, I've used him at Brighton, still am. He's a very good player. Yes, our boy. Obviously, we brought him into world football. Burden, Ingi Sufferson looks fantastic. Has already capped twice for Iceland. as well. Luigi is quite the winger, 25 years of age, squad player, just super duper quick. And Gabriel Veron is a 30-year-old Brazilian international who looks very good as well. Telling you right now, at Anfield, I'm taking a 0-0. If this game has no highlights and just peters out, then so be it. I doubt it will be the case. I feel like this game's got goals, and then yeah. How are you, Uncle? Good to see you. How are you today? It's just past midnight for me and for you. Always, if you want to have a look at what the time is when I'm on, is exclamation time. We are live on stream, of course, YouTube. Links down below. Give it a like and subscribe to the YouTube channel if you are enjoying the content. A little bit of graphical lag, which maybe I need to update my drives, which is what I'll do before I leave to go later on today when I go out. Hence why I'm in my authentic Adidas retro jacket. Anyway, early highlight here at Anfield. Trent on an early booking, which is superb. Yeah, this game's going to go one of a couple of ways. It's either Liverpool going to pump us, because FM loves seeing us get pumped, or we're going to be very good at the back and give them a game and a half. It's the only two ways it's going to go. Got cool now, beating one. Ingles will stand him up here, and does, but he plays back to Burrows. Sawald, the regen. Assen can hit that. Force him, well, we don't force him wide. Thought we defended well, and then he beat everyone for pace, and we're 1-0 down inside 9 minutes here at Anfield. It is, yeah, look, it's going to be a long road back from here. We did get the toughest draw possible, you know, Copenhagen, then fucking Liverpool, Inter, Arsenal, Man City. Yeah, even Wolfsburg's no pushover on the final day. Anyway, good tackle, full back to them. 10 minutes in, another highlight straight away. Don't like this. Ravella wins though. Bakayoko, can he get on that? Doesn't. And Borrows again. Picking heads back. Football Manager, what is that? This game needs to be shot, man. 2-0 down for no fault of our own. The game deciding that we're going to be 2-0 down. Good header, and Kim decides that he's a keeper and can't pick that up for whatever reason. Football Manager. Well, this game's over. We're getting pumped. Kim now remembers. There we are. I can't believe that. It's a joke. Anyway, Luis Fernando. Good ball to Maxine Chevalier, who hits the back of his heels and falls back to him. That is a great ball, though, from Cicello. And Konate comes across and wins. Cicello gets a tackle in, but it falls back to Konate, so that's fine. We've pressed well here, but being Liverpool, they'll get out. Just Football Manager, man. That's what I don't get. We have one of the best defences in France. We have one of the best defences in world football, and we concede every highlight. Well, good save, Kim. That's what I don't get. In Europe, even though we're now a reputable side in Europe, but inside the top 20 clubs in the world, so reputation is now no longer like dramatic between us and Liverpool. The game just loads up and goes, you know, we conceded only 20 goals all year when we played Real Madrid 2 years ago. We lost 5-0 away from home because every highlight went in, and here we are conceding a goal that is absolutely a joke and should never happen in the match engine. But yeah, there you go. 2-0 down, and Liverpool dominating us. And there's not much you can do because FM has decided that this is going to be a pumping. Ball's headed away, only as far as Konate. Ingles heads. Makoku will pick that one up, but he's got no help. And apparently just touches it for Sable to get in behind and mercifully heads over the bar. Or hits over the bar. Give us a shout here. Can we demand a bit more, please? Trent going on a run. Ravella wins. Ball should have been out to Maxine early. We eventually actually get it out there, which is good. Makoku made a good run. Makoku needs to score. It's a great save from Campbell. That goal there would have put us back into the match. A 2-1. Need the boys to really kick up a gear right now. Ravella. Tariq scored many a goal, but doesn't score. Trent's everywhere at the minute, but that's Trent. Wish he was this good in real life. But yeah, at the moment, not particularly good. And if they score from this set piece, I'll be livid. I'm livid. Game over, we lose. It's all but over here. Not much we can really do about it. Going to the 4-2-3-1. Yeah, and Liverpool have scored 3. I don't know what it is, but in the Champions League, you're not allowed to have a good game, apparently. Anytime you play against a side that's semi-reputable, the game just goes, nah. Oh, you've only conceded 4 goals all year, 3 goals all year. Yeah, you're going to concede 1 million now. Well, that's our... like I said, this is our 3rd or 4th year. We're the 60th best team in coefficient, so we should be getting easier runs in the Champions League. Apparently, that's not a thing. We got the hardest draw that we've received the whole time. Could understand, this is our first year in the Champions League, this was the draw. Cicello. Fucking Ravella, man. Jesus Christ. What ball are we playing? Just whatever. I love this. This game makes no sense. Yes. 4-0 down now. Game over. Just don't understand, man. Just don't understand. 5-0. Jesus Christ. We have one of the best defences in world football, on paper, but we concede every fucking time in the Champions League. Meant to be getting better, not worse. Inguez scores like his first goal for the club. So that's not really. A defensively minded fullback gets in there. This is what I just don't get, man. Like, we have the best defence in the league. We got a world-class keeper and 4 world-class defenders, but apparently concede every fucking highlight, man. Fucking is a joke. This game makes no sense. Every time I get an XG of 2.5, I'm fucking lucky to score 1 goal. Liverpool had actually a 2.48, and oh yeah, I've scored 5. Joke. Inguez heads back. Are we going to spill it now? I don't think we're ever going to win the Champions League with this team. They've made the Champions League impossible in FM23, I reckon. Usually I see progression with teams, but I've seen no progression at all with this team at all in the Champions League. No progression at all. Things just keep getting harder and harder and harder every year. Which, you keep building a good squad, and then you keep getting raped in the Champions League by all the big sides. Like, what is that? We have a We have a world-class centre-back, and he runs away from the ball. Look at Tariq here. He's a world-class centre-back against a long ball, and he runs away from the ball. Look at him. If he ever steps up, it's fine, and he runs away. Fix the match engine, fix the graphics engine. This game is impossible to play at the elite level. At the elite level, it is impossible for this game to be played. Because the game and match engine and the graphics engine cannot cope. Yet again, getting screwed over by shit fucking game mechanics. Fix your fucking game. Honestly, fix your fucking game. We lose 6-1, and we could attribute at least 3 or 4 goals to the match ending going, whatever, Kim's forgot to use his hands, and then fucking at least 2 or 3 where the centre-backs, whatever, marshal into one area, and then stop. Or run away from the ball. Absolute joke, man. Catch these guys in a second for Inter. I don't see how we win that game, because the match engine won't let us. YouTube, we've had a bit of a mare, but the good news is that I can give you at least the highlights of this game and tell you that we did win 1-0 against Inter. Went to film it, OBS crashed, had a moment with the PC. Mercifully, Football Manager did not crash on us as well, but we did win 1-0. Putting to make sure your recording doesn't fill up with space. So I had all my data from FM 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 videos. Caused my space on my D drive to be not sufficient to record the episode. But we do have the highlights that will go. You can see there it says Luis Fernandez sees an Amelie mistake. It's an unreal finish for a very nicely worked goal. But yet again, I am going to echo what I echoed last time when we played Liverpool. We've had an XG of 2 in this game. I'll get in the match report here. I'll just show you now because I will recap the other results, of course. Yet again, when we have an XG of 2, more than 2, we might be lucky to score a goal. There's a couple games you score a couple. When we play the lesser sides, you get an XG of 2 and you score, 3 or 4. We have one of the best defences in the world now. Apparently Liverpool's got 2.5, 3 goals out of match engine / graphical faults. I've been out all day looking at wedding venues with my sister. I'm still annoyed. The fact that we conceded 6 goals against Liverpool, but they really did not deserve 6. at least here, in a game that historically Inter find where they one shot on target a goal and we get FM'd, we've held on for a 1-0 win. I know Mokoku's had a good match rating there because he gets the assist, and so Bakayoko and Chevalier. A million chances have been missed by everybody in this game. But it is what it is. In terms of the other results, it would be S11 4-1, and we won against Dijon 4-1. I reckon it was 2 back-to-back 4-1s. I did click on the goal, but here we go. There we are. We win the ball back and we go on the break, basically what happens is Skriniar with the ball into Bastone, Gary, good tackle from Roviella, and Mokoku, and Bakayoko going on a run, and Luis Fernando comes in. I hate when the game says that that's the goalkeeper's mistake for rushing out. The game's punishing the keeper for making himself big. I don't think that should be a match rating thing, because the first thing the game says that's a mistake by Melier. It's an unreal finish from Luis Fernando. And yeah, there we are. We won 1-0. It's a not bad performance. It's not his fault. He's done the right thing, and Fernandez has put it into the top bin. He needs to be capped by Brazil, by the way. If I was Portugal, he's half Portuguese. If I was the Portuguese manager, I'd be like, mate, get on the phone, come declare for Portugal. I'll put you straight in as a star player. But he's fantastic. I will just show you the other results. 1-0 against Arsenal and 4-1 against Dijon. Do apologise. Clean sheets are good. Outside the Liverpool game being the only outlier, we've had a really good start of the year. We are one measly goal behind PSG, which is fine. We know that's going to be the sort of year that it's going to be. In terms of next episode, we are going to come back for the PSG away game because it is the game that is going to dictate the season. I'm also going to give you the Arsenal game as well. And then, I feel like we have to do PSG-Arsenal as a game of two. And then the Man City game is a hard one to fit that into an episode where I'd rather just do Barca and then Wolfsburg if needed. But we'll talk about it. We'll see what happens. In terms of us, we're on 6 points from 2 games with a -2 goal difference because of the Liverpool result. But at least we're on 6 points. And, if we beat Fenerbahce and we do beat Wolfsburg on the final day, that should be enough points to see us make it through the top 24, which is quite nice because we finally have been an Inter in our 5th time of asking or 4th time of asking. But yeah, look. Not a bad episode. Wish I could have given you the full game because I was losing my mind, especially with the computer having issues. Was definitely losing my mind at the chances we missed, but we did win that one. Yes, a very disappointing result against Liverpool, mainly down to the graphics and match engine. Hopefully, when the patch comes out in about a month's time, it fixes that bullshit, or else we're going to have a very, very, very long time trying to complete this save because it makes the game very unenjoyable. If you have enjoyed the episode, do give it a like, do subscribe to the YouTube channel, and until next time, I'll see you then, where we're still striving to be better than PSG. We're hot on their tails. Is this the year? We'll find out next episode. Thank you, and goodbye.